Hello. Lovely to meet you all. I hope you're all having a very wonderful time, are you, yes?
Yes.
Yes? Of course you are. This to you is like Tosca at the Royal Opera House, isn't it? Yes. You don't know how lucky you are to be satisfied with such simple working class pleasures. Not for you, the sophisticated thrill of rousting a burglar with an antique blunderbuss. Oh no. Not for you, the excitement as you command a schooner through the balmy waters of Bahamian Bay. I don't think so, do you? No. Not for you, caviar. You have no need for these sophisticated pleasures. You're happy, aren't you, with a soggy bag of pommes frites and a litre john of your common ale, aren't you? Yes, you are, you lovely boys and girls. Yeah, so you're probably wondering why I'm addressing you in this ludicrous falsetto. Well, allow me to explain. My real voice is absolutely fucking horrible. And it was told in the email that I had to do a cleaner set than usual, you know what I mean? And the truth is, I sound like I crawled out of the Liberties in about 1900 with nothing on my back but the chips on my shoulders. But if I speak to you like this, we can keep things nice and clean. It's kind of ridiculous though, isn't it? A clean set. When you think about it, life is so ludicrously filthy. I mean, you pour out about rent and toll and hee-haw, don't you? Covered in viscera and effluent. First 6 months you're voiding your bowels, constantly vomiting all over and everyone who comes close to you. You get a little bit older and you realise, don't you, your body's an erogenous playground for bigger boys and girls. Yes, you do. And then, depending on your temperament, you either seek out that one special playmate to share the seesaw with you, or you try to invite as many friends as you can onto the merry-go-round for a bit of fun. Yes, indeed. Life is just like a merry-go-round. Yes, so, I have no idea what I plan to say after that. Oh. Possibly because I wrote all of that just to be cleaner than usual. And so from here on in, I'll do my normal set in my probably my real voice, but you won't know, will you? Yeah, so I recently got out of a relationship, and oh, you're lovely. Thank you so much. She was far less kind. No, it was lovely. It was actually really nice. And what I realised is actually, what was that?
That was your ex.
Damn you! You're so mean. What I realised is you go through certain stages, don't you? Certain inevitable, inexorable stages when you break up with someone. Weirdly, they're exactly the same as the stages of moving house. Bear with me, right? Stage 1, you put your sign on the lawn. You're really glad to be getting out of that filthy old shithole, but you're also glad of the chance you had to get to know the neighbours. And you know that you'll be able to drive by in years to come, possibly with a few mates in the back, and go, I live there. Of course, it was newer. It didn't have that unsightly extension. Stage 2, right? Surprise, surprise, your old house hasn't sold. After all, it's not quite as nice as it once was. At least not since you let the lads have that hot dog barbecue in the back garden. Just being friendly. But what's worse is you haven't been able to find anywhere. You're desperate to find anywhere to live. So what are you going to do? So it seems like everywhere you turn up to is either out of your price range or it's already been sold. So you start looking at less illustrious neighbourhoods, places that with a bit of work could be lovely, but maybe they're past their best, you know? No luck. Stage 3, you're still homeless, and you know that if you have to pay for one more fucking night in a hotel, you're going to physically vomit. So maybe you're a bit desperate. You get in touch with some of your old landlords just to see if any of the places that you used to live are back on the market. It's not so bad. You remember how much you used to love to live by the river? It was really beautiful. And every summer there were water sports. There we go. You dirty bastards. So yeah, but that doesn't work either, right? You're fucked. So stage 4, everybody knows, daft.ie. But that's for the normal, healthy people who don't have psychological difficulties. For the truly homeless, living under a bridge, trying to drink out of a little tub of Vicks Vapor Rub, there is one more stage. Phoning up friends and relatives to see if they've got a room free. Maybe they want to do a house swap, I don't know. Yeah, no, so I have been accused in the past of being a bit of a misogynist. A charge I deny. But if it is true, it's not my fault, it's my checkered sexual history. Like probably many of you in this room, I had my first sexual experience in the toilets of a club. And not just, pub, not just any pub, but a pub known in Dublin as Fibber McGee's. Or, if you've been there. Or the Lying Vaginas, as I like to call it. So, myself and the girl I was dating at the time, we would head along every evening of an evening to the Lying Vaginas. We'd heavy pet, as they call it, until late in the evening. And then I'd walk home like a man whose testicles have been replaced with 2 angry hornets' nests. And as you can imagine, it was quite difficult to resist the evening my hot, drunken schoolgirl girlfriend decided to drag me to the toilets of the Lying Vaginas and proceeded gracelessly to toss her clothes over the stall door, whispering, "Don't you want to fuck me? Come on. Don't you want to fuck me?" Of course I want to fuck you. But it was difficult because it was a moral quandary. I was sober, she was drunk. Alcohol had roiled the passions against the dam of her Catholic schoolgirl inhibitions, and they threatened to burst forth and drown me in the delicious wine of teenage sex. But I couldn't do this thing. I couldn't take this girl's what she claimed was her virginity in the toilets of Dublin's worst pub. I couldn't do it. But I'm proud to say, ladies and gentlemen, that I was a very good boy, and I didn't let that girl have sex with me that night. I was very good. I'm not going to say I didn't throw her a bone, but whatever went down that evening is between her and me. My lips are sealed, and hers are gummed shut. Maybe they'll dribble at the side. Thank you very much. You've all been very kind.